Independence. For some, it does not exist. For others, it is all they know. My name is Jenna Spencer, and I believe that being independent is important. Believe that independent is important because that's what I was raised on. My mother was an independent single mother who raised 4 kids. Without her, independence would mean nothing to me. I believe that being independent is an important value to have because not only has America and other countries fought for their independence, but because of the positive effects that it has on an individual's life. What is independence? Why do we need to be independent? And how can we become or develop a sense of being independent? So now that I have introduced myself and what I want to talk about, I'm going to discuss what I believe independence is. I believe independence is a state of mind. Everyone sees it differently. Someone may think of themselves as being independent because they can say, "Hey mom, can I have $20 to go to the store?" And they're going to take that $20 and they're going to go to the store. And whatever they needed, they got. They're independent because they got that. While another individual is going to work a 9 to 5, 2 to 11 job to get what they want. They're working for what they want. They are independent. To me, that's independence. Being able to work for anything that you want. You have that sense of independence. Being independent is about taking care of yourself, your own needs, and your own responsibilities, while also thinking of the other individuals and places around you. And having an independent state of mind is not so easy to do, but it's achievable. And when you have an independent state of mind, you can be there for yourself and be there for others without neglecting your needs. And now that I have talked about what independence is to me, I'm going to talk about why we need to be independent. When you become independent, you become more responsible. When you become more responsible, you become less reliant on others. And when you become less reliant on others, it can build self-worth. Self-worth is also a state of mind. When your self-worth increases, so does your self-confidence. When your self-confidence increases, it increases your mental state of mind of being free or feeling free. Everyone likes to feel free. Everyone likes to feel like they don't have the weight of the world on their shoulders. According to Urban Wellness, they identified 5 key factors that explain why being independent is important. I felt the most important ones were because being independent builds your self-confidence, which I had just discussed, and you are able to make better decisions in your life. You can make better choices by being independent. You can think for yourself. You don't have to have others think for you. Being independent also helps with mood stability, emotional stability. And having emotional stability will also help decrease your stress in your everyday life. Stress is one of the number 1 problems that Americans face. And by being independent, you can also decrease your stress. So we've talked about what independence is and why we need it. And I'm going to focus now on how we can go about developing that sense of independence. In a blog written by Margarita Taravarsky on Psych Central, she states that Isha Judd and Darlene Lancer have identified 6 ways to become more independent. Some of these ways to become independent, according to Lancer and Judd, both state that you cannot become independent if you don't know yourself. When you know yourself, that's when you'll be able to become independent. They also state that keeping a daily journal is good for oneself to become more independent, because you can look back on your days and say, hey, I did this by myself, or I did this by myself. And as you read on and you write on and you look back at how your days went, you can evaluate yourself. You can see where you started and how far you've come, what changes you've made, and how your life is progressing. You may even see that you're happier. That's all part of being independent. Judd states often that our opinions are habitual and they aren't our opinions. She believes that as individuals we need to challenge our beliefs and challenge what we think is right and what we think is wrong. Question yourself about it. Question yourself. If someone says something and you don't agree, say no. Tell them, I don't agree. If you agree, say you agree. That's great. That's wonderful. The only way growth occurs in America, and anywhere growth occurs, is if we all stand up for ourselves. So in conclusion, we have talked about what is independence, why we need to be independent, and how we can develop independence. And I want you to go home, or when you're driving to work, I want you to think about what you can do to be more independent. I want you to think about how you can be yourself. I want you to talk about why you said no. Talk about why you said yes. Think about breaking the cycle. Be independent. If you could be anything in this world, why wouldn't you want to be independent? Thank you.